we've tried, and we've had to breed the few to, you know, to keep the family up, to put them into the other team. Well, this year, so we had them 80, and we trained them and raced them, and we lost about 2 training. We lost 1 racing up to about 3-4 weeks ago. We lost 15 in 1 race. Couldn't believe it. And then we've had 3 races since. We've lost 1. We seem to get that 1 race every year. And if you've got 30 and 15 and 16 go, you know, we've never been lucky enough to hold on to them. A lot of people, they lose 1, 2 a season. That doesn't seem to happen to us. I don't know what happens to them, but we get a knock nearly every year. So that's how many we've bred this year. What we do with the Widowhood Pigeons is, well, the stock pigeons, they just feed there, but the Widowhood Pigeons, they feed, you know, the youngsters till about 18, 19 days. So, and then we take the hen away and 1 youngster and leave the youngster with a cock. The hens go in 1 big end, and they feed the youngsters on the floor. It's all straw and shavings. They feed them on the floor, and the cocks have the youngster in the pens, maybe for about another 7 or 8 days. You know, and get them used to them. The youngs are jumping about with them, and then we part them all, and that's it. You know, and the hens come away from the other youngsters. The youngsters are left on their own after that. So, you know, from 19 days to 20, 25 days, something like that. And the cocks, that's them finished. They never see anything else except the hen till the racing's finished. As I say, the youngsters are parted from 19, 26 days, and they're parted over in the other loft, and then they're brought over here into here, and they have the run of this loft. And you know, we just keep putting them through and through, and then we put them on the darkness. The youngsters, well, the first round go on the darkness, and the second round we usually keep off the darkness natural, because they reckon that they don't train on when they've been on this darkness, but we've been on it since 1995 now. The first year on it, we absolutely slaughtered the young bird averages in the fed. They were tremendous. The ironic thing about that was the pigeon that did all the winning wasn't on the darkness. We were the only ones. I don't think there was many people in the fed on the darkness on the time, and it was unbelievable. This end we had, it won the young bird average in the fed on its own, number 51. It was twice first fed, second, third fed, and it was sat on eggs paired to another pigeon, and it wasn't a darkness pigeon. People couldn't believe it. We couldn't believe it ourselves, but the darkness pigeons backed it up every week. You know, they really came. And say we won the averages the first year. We only had 19 on the dark that year, and about 25, 30 natural ones. The next year we won the fed averages with the darkness pigeons again, and they did carry through. None of the others did much winning. We've been on it like ever since 1995, and I don't really think it affects them about not coming through. We've had pigeons this year top the fed and win old bird races that were youngsters on the darkness last year. But as I say, we sent every race and we try and win every race, and if you're not in the darkness, you're not going to win the races. You know, you get odd ones come, but most of them pigeons that's winning. Now you get the 200 mile and you get the cold days, you'll get 10 or 12 darkness pigeons before anybody gets a natural pigeon. You know, it's just how it is. The youngsters are parted and they're brought over here, and we'll have them out flying. They don't go straight in the darkness. As soon as we part them, we don't do that. We let them get out, get flying about, get established, and then we put them on the darkness. And so it's just the normal thing, like 8 hours of daylight a day. You know, doesn't matter when you open it, from 8 hours you close it. And they're just fed, they're just virtually left to do to molt. You know, we don't bother about making them fly that much. They don't fly a lot. What we do is, the darkness pigeons are in this section here. Don't know if you can see it from there. It's all in this end. We have some slides, all the front's blanked off, and the slides go up into this roof. Slide up to drop the perspex off. There's only this little section at this end. It'll hold about 40. That's darkened off. All the other lofts are left the same. You know, I've designed it so we can shut it up, and that's dark. That one darkens off, and the others just stop the same, and then we just open it up. But I think next year we're going to black the lot off. We're going to put them all on it, because the other ones, the best yearlings over there, were on the darkness anyway. You know, I've been talking about it for a couple of years, but I don't believe it anymore. I'm going to put them on it. What do we have them on about? 7 weeks, that's all. Some people put them on, have them on for well, from they beat them in December, so, and they put them straight in the darkness, so, and they don't take, you know, the usual time for taking them off is about the second, third week in June in this area, like the Borges week, so they must be on the dark for 3-4 months. We don't do that. 8 weeks. maximum. All we do, we just, when our time's up, we say that's it, we just take the shutters down and leave them, and that's it. And then they start to fly a bit better, start to exercise and go, and then, you know, we start to train them. But we keep the darkness separate from the naturals at that time. They're let out in 2 different lots, and, you know, they just get, there's the increase in exercise, and then we, you know, we start to train them. Maybe after about 2 weeks off the dark, we start to train them and just take them up the road 2 miles. And they'll go there about 4 or 5 times. Just so as it looks easy, you know. Well, you let them up and they can see home. They just keep coming, and they don't come straight down half the time. But we do that till they just start coming and coming easy. And usually take them late on the night when everybody else has stopped training. And there's not many back. You know, there's not many pigeons around that you can get mixed up with, because we set them off and then we increase them maybe 5, 10, 15. You know, as many chucks as we can get. We've really trained them hard this year. Before the racing started, for a fortnight they went morning and night, which I haven't done before. But you have to do this to win now. It's that competitive round here, you know. You can't be laid back. It's a very, very good club, this Grade 18 club, without a doubt. It's one of the, well, for the members it's got, I might be sticking my neck out, but it's the best club in the Teesside Fed. It's topped the combine. I mean, we won the combine in 90, and I think Dougie Wood won it in 91. John Adams in the 90s, his brother Robert, Richard Stevison, they've all been first up North Combine, you know, just in this little village. That's how good the quality of the people are. And you've really got to be working all the time to win. You know, you can't lay back at all. We usually train them out to Newgate Bank, way over the hills that way. We get them up to Newgate Bank, which is maybe be 11-mile fly, and they'll go there 4 or 5 times. And then we start them going out on the A19, out Thirsk, out the west. We never take them out there first time, because like the Stockton area and that what we fly in, there's a lot of pigeons up that way. They get dragged up that side, and we used to lose a lot. So we get them coming home out of this side, hoping they don't go over there. And then we do the same down there. We get down to go down the York Road. And I never train them more than 20 mile, never. I hate training, but you've got to do it, you know, really got to put in. And then they go on the transporter, 4 or 5 goes, the up north comes down and picks the pigeons up on the transporter, so there maybe be 6,000 or 7,000 let up, you know, 20 mile, and they get used, all coming into this Teesside Fed, they get used to the area. You know, they're coming back all day, but we find it does them good. And then after that, when the racing starts, this year we've trained them like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every week. But now we're having to go to work on them on, it's too dark, so as we get them away on the night when we can. But ideally train them 3 times a week, or just once a day now, not twice a day. That's it, you know. And when it comes to going to the race on a Friday, these, when they've got really exercising well and what have you, just before the racing starts, we put them all together, didn't we? We let them all run together. You know, the darkness and the other ones, because they're all exercising as good as each other then. And we let them run together, and we get them going, and then we part them, cocks and hens. The cocks go in one end, the hens in the other, and we exercise them separately, and we train them so as one lot gets home, hopefully, before the other. They don't see each other all week, and then we just let them run together on a Friday before the race, just a bit, you know, just try to jam up a bit, and it seems to have worked this year. But a thing that Dave and I have noticed this year about the darkness pigeons is we can let them out, say we let 35 cocks out, and there's 20 darkness cocks and 15 cocks that haven't been on the dark. When they go, they clear off maybe for a quarter of an hour. The ones that aren't on the dark, they come back and they fly around. The others will stop away another quarter of an hour, 20 minutes. It's noticeable how much fitter, you know, how more mature they are with the changing of the feathers and things. You can see the advantage flying around home, so it must be tremendous on a Saturday. You know, it's the thing to do. I've sort of had the belief maybe they don't. People say they're not as good if they've been on the darkness next year. But last couple of years we've had some good ones come through this darkness. So next year we're going to put them all on. We're not bothering about that anymore. You know, I've spoke to people. One guy I've spoke to has been on it 16 years. Tremendous flyer.